Hey guys, welcome to the channel. Welcome back to another video. I want to give you on this quick video just 5 quick things that I was able to do to help me build some wealth, help me get out of being poor and in poverty, and things that I did that anybody can do, because I want us to understand that wealth doesn't have to be super complicated. It doesn't have to be anything that only a certain group of people or a certain type of people can have. Anybody can have a semblance of wealth if you're just able to do some simple things. Now, these are things that I did because I talk from my experience only. I can't really talk from anybody else's standpoint or viewpoint except my own. What I did to build my wealth was really simple. It wasn't difficult. It wasn't anything that was complicated. It wasn't anything that's nobody can achieve or very few people can accomplish. Not at all, because I came from very, very, very humble beginnings. Okay, so if I did these simple things to gain some wealth, you can too. But it's not going to be overnight. It's not going to be 2 years. It's not going to be 3 years. It's going to take you some time. It's going to take you some discipline and consistency along the way, which nowadays a lot of people kind of frown on. They don't want to take 15 years to build some wealth or 20 years. Even if you build up some fantastic business, it still takes time. There's going to be lean years. And when you're building wealth, there are lean years. You just got to understand that. It's not get rich quick. It's not fancy. It's not overly complicated or super duper complex. No, it's just some real basic things that everybody can do. So let me jump into them. Number 1, I used my job. I had jobs along the way. And ever since the 1990s, I have been putting a certain percentage of money away at a job. If your job offers some type of tax-deferred retirement plan, go ahead and make sure you're contributing to it as much as possible, at least up to the match. Whatever they match. Some jobs don't match. Many jobs do. Make sure you get that, because that can be free money. For most of us still today, our job is our biggest source of income. So utilize that source of income to your advantage. And the way you do that is make sure you put a percentage of your money every single time you get paid. You might have that job only 2 years, right? But you might end up having that job for 15 years or 20 years. The point is that you want to start as soon as you can, as early as possible, putting away money towards a tax-deferred retirement plan so that you can obtain that at some point. Listen, everybody that's 25 and 35 years old today is not going to build a business. Some people are going to have to work and work a job. And so if you're going to be working and work a job and you don't want to start a business, you don't think you'll have a business, great. Just make sure you're putting money aside every time you get paid. That's what I did, and it's worked tremendously for me. Number 2, 22 years ago, I bought my first rental property. I bought 6 properties after that, and I've owned at least 2 of those properties for the last 22 years. So what I'm telling you is, buy some real estate. If it's your personal residence plus a rental property or 2 or 3 or 4, great. You want to have some real estate because real estate appreciates in value, right? Real estate goes up. And if you hold real estate, not only are you collecting monthly rent, but you're also getting appreciation on the value of that property. Yes, you can buy a property today for $200,000, right? And in 10 or 15 years, that property will likely be worth more, maybe 300,000, maybe 500,000, but you get to keep the equity, and it helps you build some wealth. So I got some real estate. Get yourself some real estate. That's number 2. Now, number 3, I controlled my expenses so that every time I got a raise or I went up in terms of my salary or whatever it was at my job that gave me money, bonuses, whatever, I would not spend more money. Just because you make more money doesn't mean you'll spend more money. And if you're 20, 30, 40 years old, you stay there another 10, 15 years, you're going to make more and more money. And as you make more money, be sure not to spend more money just because you make more money. Now that's going to require some discipline, because when you get that raise, you're going to want to go out and buy that new car. You're going to want to go out and spend a little extra money on clothes and eating out that you didn't do before. What I'm telling you is you don't have to up your lifestyle just because you up your salary or just because you make more. And I'm not saying live like a pauper. I'm not telling you to live super duper cheap or anything like that. I'm just telling you to live below your means, and as your means keep growing and you continue to live below your means, you'll have more of a spread, more money to invest with, more money to put into real estate, and more money to have for long-term usage. Now, the 4th thing was I committed to only purchasing appreciating assets. I made a commitment that I wasn't going to buy big ticket items that go down in value. I didn't utilize credit cards on my way to seven figures. I didn't buy cars and have car payments on my way to seven figures. Did I have to buy appliances or a bed? Sure, those things go down in value. I had to buy things to live, right? But when it came to large ticket items, I didn't spend money on big ticket items that were losing value. Around 2010, 2011 is when I had my last car payment. So since then, I said, I am not getting any more car payments because car payments are going to take $300 or $400 or $500 out of my pocket every single month. And I don't want to lose that money. I'd rather take and up my investments in the stock market or up my investments towards a 401k or index funds or whatever it is before I want to put that money towards a car. If I have to save up $8 or $9 or $10 or $12,000 to buy a car, that's what I'll do. But I don't want to spend money on a monthly basis on something that's going down in value. You have to make that commitment. Now, number 5, the 5th thing I did was I made a commitment of no more debt. I'm going to pay down debt. I'm going to pay off debt. All of the bad debt that I had that was not on appreciating assets, paying it down, paying it off, having a plan to actually get rid of it. No new debt was the mantra, right? Not taking on extra debt for any reason. And so I used the debt snowball method that has whittled it down. So just to recap, guys, 5 quick, easy ways to build wealth that anybody can do. Number 1 was contribute money towards a 401k at my job. Number 2 was purchase a piece of real estate, at least one. Number 3 was control expenses. When I made more money, I didn't spend more money. Number 4 was commit to appreciating assets only. And finally, number 5 was no new debt, period. And I paid down the debt that I already had. So listen, it doesn't have to be complicated to build wealth. It doesn't have to be anything fancy, doesn't have to be anything slick, anything quick. Just take your time, be patient, do some really good things with money over the course of time. Slow down on watching so many of these internet YouTube guru guys and ladies that will tell you, oh, you can get rich in 2 years or you can have it all in 6 months. Listen, that is possible for some people. That's not necessarily the route for every single person, right? For most people, it's going to take some time. So I'm speaking to the 90% of all of us out here who's not going to get rich quick, who's not going to win the lottery, who's not going to start that $1 billion business in 3 months, who's not going to strike it rich with hot stocks or crypto. That's most of us. Unfortunately, a lot of us who are just regular people are watching these gurus on YouTube and Instagram and Facebook. I'm telling you, you can have wealth, but it's just going to take some time, some consistent effort, some discipline, and it won't happen overnight, but it's not difficult. It's obtainable for everybody. Hey guys, if you got anything out of this video, do me a quick favor, smash the like button, share the video, subscribe to the channel, and also drop a comment. Let me know, was this video helpful for you? Listen, the best person to take care of the old you, and we all hope and pray to be the old us at some point. The best person that's going to take care of that person is right now, is the young you. So the young you will take the absolute best care of the old you, but you got to start now. Take care of yourself and take care of other people. Until the next video, peace.